Hello and welcome to the Cheats Guide to Academic Writing. This is a super short and sweet video that's going to share with you the top 6 simple cheats to getting better grades and helping support you with your academic writing. So cheat number 1 is to read the instructions and read the rubric. So the instructions tell you exactly what you need to be doing, so pay really careful attention to the words that are being used. Are you being asked to identify, to compare and contrast? So compare means find the similarities, and contrast means find the differences. So if you're being asked to compare and contrast, make sure you highlight the similarities and differences between two topics. Perhaps you're being asked to discuss. If you're being asked to discuss, it's really good to have an argument or an angle when you present your work through discussion. If you're not sure what the instructions mean, you can have a look at Bloom's taxonomy, and that will help clarify what those words mean. The rubric, or show me the money. So the rubric shows you exactly how the marks are allocated. It explains what you need to do in each section of your work, and you can often make the rubric your headings, and this can help you make sure that you're covering each aspect of the rubric, which will help you achieve better grades. It shows you exactly what you need to do for top marks, so really pay careful attention to what is written in that excellent section of the rubric. And then if you hit the excellent section, you should be getting an A+. Cheat number 2. Cheat number 2 is all about having an angle. Do you have a brilliant idea, or do you want to present an argument? Sometimes having an argument or a certain angle with your work can really help strengthen your written work and make it more interesting, and it can actually help you when you're actually writing your work. Another aspect to good academic writing is your structure. Now, we all know with our work that we need to have an introduction, we need to have discussion, and we need to have a conclusion. But you also need to do this not just for your whole piece of writing, but also for each individual paragraph. So each paragraph that you write should have a topic sentence which introduces the idea you're going to be discussing. Then you should have one concept per paragraph, and you should provide discussion, data, proof, referencing around that idea. And then at the end of each paragraph, you should have a linking sentence that links to the next paragraph, or a sentence that creates a conclusion, and then you can start the following paragraph with a fresh idea. Cheat number 4 is the research and referencing. So research is the brains. It shows all the different things that you've read, all the different ideas and information that you've read before presenting and writing your work. While the brawn, or the referencing, is the muscles. It backs up the statements that you've made and provides strength to your work. So when you are researching, you're going to start with a brilliant idea. You're then going to go and find as much information about that idea as you can. So you should be reading journal articles, research articles, traditional texts, or a whole range of sources. Please don't ever quote the internet. If you do look at the internet for ideas, never ever reference it. Make sure you're really going back to peer-reviewed journals and research to reference. Then you need to make sure that you understand what you're reading. So to do that, make sure you can explain it to a 5-year-old. If you can explain the information you've just read or the ideas to a 5-year-old, you know you understand it really, really well. You then need to evaluate or challenge. So don't just regurgitate up what you've read. You then need to really think about whether you agree or disagree with it, whether it can be improved, whether you change anything, or whether you can potentially apply this in a new way. When you think about applying it, this is what you do when you start to actually write your work. You can then go through this whole circle again with your next brilliant idea. When we come to the referencing is really this muscle and strength. It helps you sound authoritative. So it makes you sound like you know what you're actually talking about. It also shows what you've read and where it can be found. And when your work's being marked, often people will go and check the references that you put forward. It also credits others with the work that they've done before you. So this is academic integrity, to provide others with credit where it's due. So referencing is really key because it actually helps you sound smarter. It does show evidence that you know what you're talking about and where you found it. So when you're doing your referencing, make sure you format your referencing properly. This is really easy money on your rubric. Endeavour now uses APA referencing, so the library homepage has a direct link to our referencing guide, so please make sure that you format all your referencing properly. Cheat number 5 is that you demonstrate understanding. This is really, really important. So with understanding, how do you demonstrate that you actually understand something? So you need to go beyond paraphrasing. So this is going beyond just regurgitating up what you might read in a textbook. Try and read multiple sources on the one topic and try and get a really wide variety, perhaps of people from different parts of the world or with different backgrounds or different periods of time. Make sure that you understand the why and the how, not just the what, and I'll talk you through that a little bit more. Also, consider whether you disagree or agree, create your own theories and link ideas together in new ways. So we're going to start with a really simple sentence. The sky is blue. So this states a fact, but there's no demonstration of understanding here. We next look at the sky is blue due to different coloured light particles. Now we have a reference here, which is great. This states the who and the what, but it still doesn't demonstrate any understanding of the how or the why. The following paragraph that I've written goes through to have a look at the who, the what, the why, the how, and it contains proof in forms of referencing. You'll see that there's multiple citations for the one idea, and there's also quite a wide variety of sources being listed here and ideas coming from different places. So if you would like to read a little bit more about why the sky is blue, feel free to pause the recording and read on. So now we get to our lucky last cheat, which is spelling and grammar. So if a word has a red wiggly line underneath it, it means there is a spelling error. And if there's a blue wiggly line, it means there is a grammatical error. Please spell check your work. It is really easy money on the rubric and your computer can do it for you. If you're still struggling with spelling and grammar, have a look at places such as Grammarly.com or other internet sites that can help you work through spelling and grammar. With your grammar, make sure you're clear and concise. It's much better to be clear and concise with your sentences than try and write long, wordy sentences. Being clear and concise will also help you achieve your word count. So with your word count, you can normally have 10% plus or minus the specified amount of words for that written assessment piece. So being clear and concise helps you get your ideas across in a really succinct way, and it also will help you achieve that word count. So to summarise, the top 6 simple cheats for awesome academic writing are: read the instructions and the rubric carefully, have an idea or an argument that you would like to present, structure not only the whole work with an introduction, discussion and conclusion, but also do this with each individual paragraph, make sure you research and you reference, demonstrate that you understand things rather than just regurgitating sources back, and do your spelling and grammatical check. So I hope that you've enjoyed watching this. I hope you all go out there and get A+ for all your written assignments. Good luck with it all. Thanks so much.